Hey everybody, I just wanted to take a minute to show you a quick, easy, and cheap way to make plant pots out of solo cups. These are the Walmart brand. They're generic. They're about 5 cents a piece, and they're about the right size for seedlings, and we'll turn it into something like that. These tomato plants, you're also going to get to see how I transplant them using the North Carolina Tomato Man's dense planting technique, and then transplanting into a bigger pot. So you're going to kind of get to see two things in one. But first off, the main priority is the solo cups. I just lay them out here in front of me. You're just going to need a lighter and some solo cups. The cool thing is you also saving money because you don't necessarily have to buy plant tags. You can simply write on the outside of this right there. So all I do is just got a long candle lighter. You light it, and as soon as the seam breaks, you don't want to hold it on too long or else your pot or your cup will catch on fire. You can make as many of these as you want. Now that that's done, this is what you get. If I can get the light just right. I've got a bright window on the back of me, so it's a little hard. But you can see these nice holes here in the cup. It's extremely quick and easy to do. For the bonus part of this video, I'm going to show you how I transplant my tomato seedlings into bigger pots using the dense planting techniques from Craig LaHouye, I believe is how you say his name. It's North Carolina Tomato Man. You can hear him on the Joe Gardner podcast show, and you can also go to his website and check him out. It's a pretty cool dude. Grows quite a few thousand pounds of tomatoes every year in his front driveway in containers. So I've got a bag of soilless potting mix behind me here. This particular brand is just from a local farm store that I buy it from. It doesn't have any soil. It's a mixture of peat moss and fertilome and different, fertilome is the brand of the name, but it's a vermiculite. So I simply fill up a cup. I'll actually fill up a bunch of cups at once and lay them all out. I then have my tomato seedling that I used the dense planting technique. I've got it separated off. I'm gonna bury it down all the way to these first set of leaves here. Everything on this root, or everything that is on this stem that touches the soil, will root out, and this will be a nice big root ball that comes out of it. So simply stick it on top of the soil and press it deep in with my finger, and just like that, it's planted up to the leaf. I'll show you that one more time. Don't be afraid of hurting the plant. What you don't want to do is you don't want to break the stem, obviously, but I simply lay this flat on the ground, flat on top of the pot, and I will push the dirt ball as deep as I can all the way up to these first set of leaves. It takes some getting used to, but after a while, you get pretty comfortable with it, and there you have a tomato. And this will help whenever you're starting seeds indoors. What this does is whenever you start seedlings indoors, I use fluorescent lights. They get real tall and stringy, and they're stretching for light. They need more sunlight, but obviously it's too cold to put them out. So once they get up, get their first true leaves on, usually after a couple of weeks, you can separate them off, put them in their own pot, bury them all the way down to their first set of leaves, and then that will basically restart them, keep them short and stocky, and as they grow, they'll have a nice plant. And I'll actually show you. Here's one that's about a month old, maybe a little older. I actually started this in Missouri I don't know if I have the date on here. Yeah, I started this seed in February 6th, and it is March the 22nd, I believe, today. So this was the same method that I used on these. Started them in a seed bed, pushed them down to the first set of leaves, and this is the plant I've got now. Still indoors, still too cold to put it outside, but it won't be long. What my dense planting looks like. This right here, there's about 20 plants in this 1x1 or 2x2 square. I have marigolds over here, but you can just see how thick this is. What I'll do is I'll simply pull this up. I don't know if I can do it one-handed or not without damaging the plant. This right here is what it looks like. You squeeze the soil, break it apart, pull the stems apart, and you end up with something like this. Thanks for watching. Hope this helped you out. If you got any questions, comment below.